um, I tried to kind of check sales by date, and then this affected me. But I remember you did this in the class. But when I checked the video over and over and over, I couldn't get on how to convert this to a list
Uh,
to number to get list.
you want to convert it back to a date?
Yes, I want to convert to a normal date format, and not
Okay.
so that this grouping here will not affect it, because this grouping is already affecting it.
No, if I understand what you're doing now, you want to convert
Okay.
this row back
Yeah.
to this 41642. Back
Yeah.
to
Let me really drop it so that we can see. This is customer. Okay. Okay. Now I want to check dates, profits in values, and then dates, dates. What are dates? And then it's now showing list. But I actually
yes.
want it in I want actually normal date
Actually,
format.
yes. If you check this your row here,
Yeah.
that's the same format you have in this your row.
Okay.
Row label. So I think you have to change from this row label. You have to change from the format.
This one here or here?
No. From here. From
the
where
value settings. Value settings.
Yes. From your data.
Value settings. Am I right?
No, let's go back to your data.
Okay, that is my data.
Yeah.
You mean my main sheet?
Yeah, your main sheet, yes.
That is my table. Yeah. My table sheet.
Yes, your data, Sha. Not this your analysis.
Okay, let's check. This one here.
Yes. Can you see this? Okay. Where's your date? Let's see where the date is.
Okay, yeah.
Can you see the shipping date here?
Yeah.
Now it's not formatted.
Okay.
So let's format it from this side and see what will happen.
This guy, you're already a data analyst. There's no need. Just you have graduated.
No, coach, you know.
Graduated already.
Okay, so I now go to this. Change it to date.
Yeah, just choose date.
Date format.
Yeah, this is either short or long, anyone you want.
This one, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Yes, and sorry, there's something I've noticed. There's something I've noticed concerning this date.
Okay.
Maybe when we import data
from
a particular place to another place.
Yeah.
Sometimes it may bring this for something. Or the actual, when you have to go and check the actual date, you see it's quite different. For example, now maybe from where you are importing is 1/1 or 1/3. It may change it when you writing it like this.
Okay.
So it's always good to always try and confirm the source from the source if the date is actually correct.
Okay.
So I will not make kind of mistake like that.
I think I will still come. I think I will still come with one.
Yeah, you can just also highlight this and also format it at this point here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's try. If I drop it now, this is my profit, your values, my date, my shift date. My head is still list because of this. I think it's this that is quite affecting
me. That's not it. It's just by default. So just also highlight the dates. Highlight it there.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Highlight that whole that column, not that column.
No.
Yeah, just highlight that column there. If you cannot highlight the column,
no, you see. Wait, you just over on that row table again. You see one arrow pointing down.
This one.
Yeah. No, just over. Just move around it. That row table. No. To change everything like that. Yeah. That row label.
Okay.
Just come down. No, don't click. You can do it like that. It will still work. Because it has selected like this. Yeah, it will work like this.
Will it work like this?
Yes.
But there's no date format here now.
No. Just press your short key. I think that should be Control Shift 1 or 2. 2 or 3.
Control Shift 1.
Control 1.
2 or 3.
Control
Try 2 or 3.
control
Okay,
1.
1. Okay. Yeah, control 1.
Okay. Date. Wow. Okay.
That's what you have to do to everything else.
So you see, sometimes those little things that you take for granted, they can become big problem for you.
Yeah. Okay, then these other ones. Okay, how to create view and okay, these other ones are mainly for SQL. So once you get there, because how to create view is what the next thing I'll be about to ask you. How to create data from that is into Python or Excel. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Kix.
All right.
Mr. Francis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for revising it.
So I can stop sharing now.
Yeah, stop sharing. Yes, sir.
I have some issue concerning my SQL.
All right, let's share your screen. Let's see what the problem is.
Okay. I'm coming.
Are we still together? Well, I'm out.
No, we are here.
Together. We are still together.
Okay, I can't hear anyone talking, so I was scared.
Yes, I'm actually doing that for my phone. So I want to try and connect via my system.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, boys, I've gotten a role as an analyst anyway.
You say you have gotten a role?
Yes.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Congrats. You can mute one of your devices. All right, you can see it. All right, we can see it. Go ahead.
Hello, coach.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, I thought you were hearing me sincere.
Yeah.
The issue here is I have 7 values here and I input only 5. So I don't know where I get to imaginary.
You have 7 values.
Yes, and I input just only 5.
You run them.
Because this is it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If you run 1 2 times, you know it will appear twice, right?
Okay, if I run 1 twice, it will appear twice.
Appear twice. Yes, now. So maybe when you had finished, you just press Ctrl Enter, but you have not finished correcting.
Okay. So how do I correct it now? Do I have to delete?
So if that is the case, right?
Yes, sir.
So you now have to delete them now.
Yes.
So now you have to delete, and you know the good thing you have done, because you have created row numbers. So you have to be clear what you want to delete. So anytime you are creating row numbers, like you know they have to be in a particular order. 1, 2, 3, 4. So can somebody read your Oluwa Sheyi.
Sir.
All right.
So the issue. I was wrong. You guys right.
Somebody's mic that's very perfect. All right. So in that your serial number, you must make sure that it is unique. Okay. And again, in that table, again, remember that when you are looking at your table, you ask yourself, this table I'm creating, right? Is it a fact table or is it a lookup table? You know the implication. Because in your fact table, you know that is the one that we have many.
Yes.
So it can be repeated.
Yes.
Good. But if it's your lookup table, it is the one that is 1, so it must be unique.
Yes. Actually, here is the what is it called? It's a fact table. But because because I've been running before I finished. That's because normally it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Exactly. It will be 1, 2, 3 exactly.
Yes.
So what you can do now?
I have to delete 1.
Yes, you have to now delete.
Okay.
So did you watch the video how to delete?
Yes. That was insert. No, so delete from delete. And yeah.
Exactly. Where then you now select where you want to delete it.
Yes. But the issue is if I select where value equals 1 now,
you have to be careful where you are deleting from now.
So won't it delete
all? For example, you want to delete what now?
Okay.
So you look at the one that is the correct one, then you delete the other ones. So you have to now be specific. How you want to delete it.
Okay.
Do you get?
But my question is, for example, now here now these 7 columns. This first one is the correct one, which is 50. Can I delete where quantity is 50?
Yes, now. That's why when we are coming to do all these our other queries, right? How to do queries. We are going to now show you how to use and or. So you say select this where or delete this where this and.
Okay.
Okay, so it will not delete as multiple.
Okay, so I should still leave it like this till finish this.
Yeah, you can leave it, but you can still delete them manually. To just look for where you have where, so you don't be specific. But with that one, there's less error because you are specific where you want to delete.
Okay.
But if the data is much, anywhere the quantity is 50, to delete it.
Yes, you just delete everything there, and sometimes it may not be everything you want to delete.
So it's better to always use the key.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point, exactly. So now you now see the essence of where you have that serial number or that your product ID.
Yes.
Yeah, very important.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for revising. Yeah, so again.
So view creation.
Shay, we said we will not start without you. Now you have come. You are welcome back.
Shay is a specific lady.
Yeah, afternoon, ma.
Always. All right.
Any other question or any other issues? All right, so let's continue. Because last week, for last week, we really did a lot. Let me see where.
This is the most concise class in a short while that I've been attending. Just in how many, let me say in 3 weeks, we're able to touch everywhere.
Yes. All right, so as long as you practice what we are doing, we are already set to go. If you practice what we are doing, yeah.
I will recommend my friends after this batch if I know when it's starting.
Yeah, that's fine. You see, this is that once you are clear with Excel, every other thing will now start. Okay, you are looking at it from an Excel point, so it will now be easy for you to understand it. But if you are just jump straight to SQL without understanding why Excel has limitations, okay, then you end up just cramming, maybe like trying to cram the syntax without understanding why what you are trying to achieve. Okay, so that is important. You practice that to Excel very well. Okay, so we have seen how to create tables, right? Create a database, show databases, show tables. Looking for the one that we did that last time. Okay, so show database, create database, use product, right? Okay, create a table. So remember, you must have the product ID. Okay, you must have a primary key there. But sometimes if that table is like so remember again, if you are creating the table, you need to, as data analyst, be asking yourself, is this a fact table or is it a lookup table, right? Or what they call data table, right? So if it's a data lookup table, you know that's the one that we have the one, so it must be unique. In that case, you must identify what is the primary key. So it means that primary key can only appear once, right? But if it is a fact table or transaction table, if it's a fact table or a transaction table, it means that the transactions can occur many times. That is your so that will be your many there. Okay, so in that case, you may have a primary key there, but to link that table with that table, then you require what? Your foreign key. But more importantly, sometimes again, that's why you see where they put that serial number. So you now have the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can easily go and order it, or you can easily go and for example, you want to delete specific thing, and it has many foreign keys there that are repeated. Because if you have just repeated, if you have said where this is equal, if you delete all the transactions there. But if you specify it by a serial number there, then you now know what to delete. Okay, so again, you can now do what they call index, so that you just have your, you just okay. So we have seen how to insert data, right? You must be specific. Can you mute your mic? Okay, so we have also seen how to create the tables. Okay, now what we looked at that last week, we're also looking at how do you now update the tables? How do you drop a table, drop a database, right? Then we also showed you how to update data. You can correct data type, you can correct the data inside it. So there's a whole lot that we have shown, okay? Because what we are planning to do today is basically go to queries. How do you query? So did you guys look at the video last week?
Yes.
Good, okay. So that's what we have. So this is the table here. So show database. So if I want to check all the database here, I will check it, right? Alternative, if I want to see the database along with their table.
I can't see your screen, sir.
You can't see my screen. Can you see my screen now? Good. Can you see my screen now?
Yes. Yes,
All
I
right.
can see.
So if I want to see the whole table with their the whole schema, remember that this schema is like your data. It contains all your data what base. Can you see that? Then once we have checked, okay, I now know the table. Okay, if the table does not exist now, or the database does not exist, I have to what create the database. If the database already exists, then so for example, if I want to remove this database product, what do we do?
Drop.
You use what? Drop. Beautiful.
Drop.
Use what? Drop. If you want to remove a table, how do you remove a table?
That's a row in the table or the whole table?
No, not the whole table. The whole table.
Table 2 is drop table now.
It's drop table. Exactly, still drop. But if I want to delete a row in a table, if I want to remove a row in a table, I will use what?
Delete.
Delete. Beautiful. Because remember the syntax, we can group them into basically three as data analysts. So we have our DQL, we have our DDL. Let me start. We have our DDL, we have our DML, we have DQL. Okay. DDL stands for what?
Data definition. Language.
Definition. So under data definition, what are our queries there?
Create table.
That's create.
We have create, yes.
Drop.
That's is.
Yes, what again?
Insert.
Insert. DDL has to do with what?
What?
DDL, data definition language. What is it used for?
That's what we used to build the data, like to start.
We are used to what? To create the structure.
Oh, yeah.
So you can create, alter, or what?
Or drop.
Or drop. Good.
Okay.
So this is when you are creating what? The structure. Either of the database or of the table. Okay. DML is what?
Data manipulation language.
Data manipulation. So you have already created the structure already. So you want to manipulate within the table, isn't it?
Okay, yes.
So within the table is now what?
That's
insert.
Insert.
You update.
Yes.
Update.
Update.
You delete or you merge.
And delete. So this is when what? Within what? The table.
That is merged 200 days.
You said?
It's merging table 200 days under DDL, under DML.
Merging?
Yes.
Now, when you are merging, you are not necessarily merging. So what you can do, so under DQL is data query language, right?
Yes.
What syntax do we have under it?
Select.
Beautiful. Which means if you want to merge, it means I want to pick data from this table, pick data from this table. So what am I going to do? I am querying.
Okay, query, yeah.
So I'm going to select. So, but for me to select it, we need to what? Join them together.
Yeah.
So it is going to be what? A join. We are going to look at joins. But you are going to use select. Select from this table, and join it on this column.
Okay.
That's the merge.
Okay.
Do you get that?
Yeah.
You see, every time when we start again, I will first of all remind ourselves what all these things are, because it is repetition that prints in memory.
Yes.
Do you get? Maybe the first day I said it did not make sense. Second time, it may make sense. The third time, it also may make more sense than the last time. Okay. All right. So if I want to delete that, we have seen what to use. So I can now tell, okay, now I've created the database. I now say use that database. Show tables. We expect that there should be no table there, isn't it? Then if there are no tables, then I have to now what? Create. Okay. So most times this is what database administrators do. And most time when you hear of data engineers, right, this is not a role of a data engineer. Data administrators, they are going to what? Create the table or the database, right? Now, like the data engineer is going to source for the data. It can scrape from data from different sources and pull it straight to what? The database.
Okay.
Do you understand? So that's why you hear of the word data warehouse. It's still like a database, but it's mostly data engineers that deal with that.
Yeah.
But the person who is in charge of making sure that that database runs efficiently is the what? Database administrator. Then he can now give you access. Okay, you can now connect to this database. You understand that?
So an analyst with a base administrator and an engineer who has much more tax or who is more taxing.
All of them have the same problem. All of them have different problems. Data is an issue. Just imagine now the data does not exist. Now you have to go and pull it from different places, isn't it? You have to do your ETL. That's extract, transform, and load. Isn't it? So we call it ETL. Okay. So you see, for you to even do that, is also already a task on its own.
Yeah.
Do you get that? Now, when you have pulled that already and push it somewhere, now they have created the database, right? And you need to ensure that this database works efficiently.
Yes.
And optimally. Because remember that this database will also be growing, isn't it? And as it's growing now, remember its efficiency now, isn't it? We need to query it as fast as possible. Okay. So when you have now collected the data now as data analyst, now how do you now make sense out of it? You see, if those ones don't do their work, can you do your own work? You see that? Only in Nigeria, it's just unfortunate that one person will do everything. You get that? But if you can do everything, the better. But in more larger organizations, you see, that's why you work as a data science team. Each person has his own role. Okay? But it's good that you are just exposed to the different aspects. All right, so that's creating of table. Then we select the table. Now, when we have created, there was nothing there. So we now have to insert the data, okay? Insert the data into it. So that is why after we have created all these ones now, you cannot you can copy the database, right? And paste. Yeah. Alternatively, you can send this file as .sql file. So when the person runs it, he can now set it to the database in his own system. So that was that file I sent to you guys, Vanning Manufacturing. Okay, so you now see how they have used how they created this thing there. So I think that was this one now. So this was a database that they have. Can you see all the things that they have done?
Yeah.
Can you see that? So create. So all these ones is just an if statement, but don't worry about all these ones. Okay. So what we have done is simply create what? Database. What is the name of database? Classic models. Use classic models. Drop table if exists, right? Then create table, customers. Then you create all the customers. So you understand the syntax now, right?
Yes.
You understand the syntax now. So you understand when they say not null, yes. Default null, isn't it? So default null means you can leave it like blank, right? Yes. By default. If you want to put it, then that's fine. But if it's not null, it means that what?
Something must be there.
Something must be there, exactly. So if you see int means what?
The integers, 11 characters.
If you see varchar 50 means what?
Variable characters.
Exactly. So can you see primary key?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Constraint, that means there's a foreign key there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So based on that, you now have to insert. So can you see insert into? Can you see how many there are?
Yeah, into customers.
Can you see how large it is?
Yes.
Can you see how large it is? So after that, you can create another table again, other details. Can you see that? So that's a full database they have created here. Okay, so your own job is not necessarily to be creating database, but to understand how it works. Okay, so another thing again we have done, so we have shown you that if I want to delete a column from a table, what do? I will have to drop, isn't it? But you remember you are altering the structure of that table. So that is why you are saying alter table, table name, then what? Drop the column. If I want to add a column to that structure, it means I'm also altering the structure of that table. So what will I do? Alter table, table name, add column name, then the data type. Right? Then we said if you want to update records, isn't it? That means we have already created the structure, isn't it? So we want to what? Update within the table. That's why it's called data manipulation. Manipulation does not mean it's fraud or it's 419. It's just that you are either what? Updating, you are either what? Deleting, or you are either what? Inserting. So either of them is called what? Data manipulation. Okay, so update, set what? This equals to this, where you now specify where you want it. Okay, then so what again do? We also describe the table. Now again, we can also rename column, isn't it? We look at how to rename what? The column. So alter table, table name, rename the column from this to what? This. Okay. Again, we also show that you can also change what? The data type. We also change what? The data what? Type. Okay, so alter table. So we want to now modify. So we want to modify that data type to what we want it to be. Then we say we can also increase by certain amount. We can increase a data by certain what amount. So for example, here, if we use, so let's say select start from, what's the name of this table? Product dot what? Sales table. So if you run that, so can you see that, for example, I want to increase, let's say, this unit, isn't it? Or let's say I want to increase price by, I want to double the prices. I want to double the prices, isn't it? So what do I do? So update what? Product dot table, the name of the table, isn't it? Set what? Set what?
Price.
Oh, exactly. So update product dot sales table, isn't it? Set price, isn't it? Equals to what?
Price plus times 2.
Price times what? 2. Where do you want to do it?
Price.
Now, where means, so the difference is that if I want it for the whole column, I will leave it like this. But if I want for a specific column, then I will now say where. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So for example, I can say where what now?
Price equals to.
Yes, if I want to specify for one, isn't it? Let me say where price, let's say where price is greater than, let's say, what should we say? Greater than, or let's say less than 1.4. Let's say less than 1.5. Less than 1.5. Or if we say less than 2,000, how many of them will be there?
Yeah, 2,000.
So it means we expect 1, 2, 3 to remain, isn't it? All the other ones will change.
Yes. Yes.
That's what we expect, isn't it? So if we run that now, let's check. So let's check now. Did it change?
Yes.
Yes. But if I wanted to say, okay, just only the columns, I want to multiply everything by 10 now. So that means this one will affect every column, that everything in that column. Did you see that? So that's where you are using the where clause and when you are using the entire column. Okay. Then we say if I want to increase by certain amount, so for example, I want to increase by 10%, right? So what we can do, 10% means 1.1. I think in Excel I explained this concept to you.
Yes, yeah.
5% means 1.05, 20% means 1.2, 90% means 1.9. So it means if I want to increase that whole column by 5%, what am I going to use? Multiply by 1.05. Do you see that? If I want to increase it by 38%, what will I use? By 38%.
That's 1.38.
1.38 exactly. So it means I've increased it by what? 38%. Okay. So the same way, if I want to reduce by 5% or 10%, if I'm reducing, it's the same thing as saying what? 1 minus what? 10%, which is 90%. If I want to reduce by 60%, what will it be?
That's 0.4.
0.4. Now listen though, there's a difference. So reduce by and reduce to, they are two different things. So
Okay. What's the
you
difference, sir?
understand that? So when they say reduce by, it's different from reduce to.
Okay.
So I want to increase up our, because inflation is rising. Inflation has increased by, let's say, 15%, which means I need to increase my prices by what? 15%. That means everything on that column has to increase. But if it was 10% and I say increase to 15, that is a different thing. No?
So what's the difference?
Yeah?
So what's the difference?
So if I say increase 10 to 15,
yeah,
it implies that what? I will increase it by what? I will increase it by what?
By
Increase
5.
10 to
By
15.
5,
Yes,
exactly.
that's by 5.
Exactly, by 5. Okay. So you must be careful so that you don't think, so you need to understand what you are trying to achieve. Okay. So this is for reduction. Okay. So where you want to reduce. Again, the same thing, you can also divide, multiply, subtract. Okay. So those are the basic things. So what we want to do today, we want to basically look at query. How do I query data? Let's see, which other database do we have here? Did we import that our Superstore data?
I can't remember something.
I've not.
What about this advanced manufacturing? Did we put
I've
it in our database?
downloaded, but I've not imported it to SQL.
Not import it. So I'm looking for one that we can work with so that we can learn how to query. Okay, maybe let me just work with this advanced manufacturing, okay? So that let's just look at how to select certain things. So let's say, select. So let's start normal way. So first of all, if I want to confirm all my tables here, what would I do?
Show database.
Show
basis.
what?
Database.
Show databases. Okay. Yes, what else?
Use database.
Use what?
Database.
Which one?
No,
we've
not seen the one wants to use. Which one are we using?
Exactly. So you will check which one do you want to use. Okay, I've now checked. Okay, I've now seen what I want. So what do I now do?
That's show that one you picked.
So when you say show, how are you showing it?
For example, it is sales now.
Yeah.
Show sales database.
Now I have seen sales here, right? Sales is a database, right? So I cannot.
Yes.
What am I showing in that database? I've seen the database now, right?
Yeah, that's the table.
What in the database am I looking for? What in the database are you looking for?
I think we say vanity manufacturing.
Yes, so yes, that's the one we want to use, right?
Yeah.
So which means that if I have seen it here, that this is the vanity manufacturing, isn't it? So what do I now do?
You now say use vanity manufacturing, use database.
Exactly. I'll now say use what?
Use database vanity manufacturing.
Yes, use what?
Vanity manufacturing.
Vanity manufacturing. Okay.
Oh.
What's the problem here?
But I don't think we have this in. We have this kind of process
That's okay.
this vanity double N.
So check the spelling. So we have vanity
Manufacture FACTURING.
Okay. So once it does not exist, just know that is. So now we have done that. So what's the next thing we can do?
Select all from vanity manufacturing.
Show.
Before you
Show.
select now. Show what?
Show
Show
okay.
what?
Vanity manufacturing.
Show tables.
Yes.
Show
Show
tables.
tables. Yeah.
Show tables. Yes.
Exactly. Show tables. So rather than going through this process, what would have simply have done so we'll do what?
Use
Select what?
select some information schema.
Where? Information schema dot what?
Table.
Tables. Isn't it? So once I run that, sorry, information. So information schema dot table.
Well, I don't think we have this in SQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL. This
Don't have what?
This process is show database, use spanning.
That why I showed you that day. Now you don't have show,
Yeah,
but you have this select. Please check the spelling. What spelling am I missing there? Information
That's correct.
schema, right?
Yes.
Information schema.
TION. TI is not there.
See what?
TI. You omitted I.
Information, exactly. So let's run that and see. All right. So if I go down to the vanity manufacturing, so can I see the tables I have there now?
Yes.
Can I see the tables you have there? So you go through this process if you are not doing this use. Do you get?
Yeah.
So since I'm using this one, I can just commit this one. So you just show me specifically only those tables in that database. All right. So if I want to see everything in the database now, what do I now do?
Select star from.
So which of the tables you want to see?
You can look at others or employees.
Employees. Okay. Okay, so let's say employees. So how do I select employees?
Select from.
You simply select from.
Select star from. Hello, coach.
Yes. Select
Star from. Vanity manufacturing.
Okay, because you have already committed it already, right?
Okay.
You don't need that. Otherwise, best practice so that in case you forget it, this is what you use, Abi.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the tables. Okay. So the same thing. If I want to see the other tables too. So the next table is what?
Customer.
Let's say customers, is it not?
Yeah.
Customers.
Yes.
Can you see them? The next one is what? Let's say offices. So just to have an idea of what these tables are like. So you see, in this case now, in a database, you don't just expose all your data out, unlike in Excel. Okay, so if you want to see any other information, which other one do we have there again? Other details. Okay, other details. All right. So you see how they have structured this thing. But there's one thing you need to understand there. You see, for example, let's check order. Okay, orders. Dot orders, right? Orders. So we have order number. Can you see customer number here?
Yes.
You see customer number here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. So if I come here to customers, do I also have customer number?
It's supposed
Yes.
to.
Yes. This customer number here.
Yes,
This
as a
customer
primary
number.
key.
So if I come here to orders, right? Can you see customer number here?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Please, there's one fundamental error here. What do you think that error is? When you are showing those two customer numbers, what do you think the error is?
Maybe we didn't take notes.
You know what? Let me show you something. Let me show you this. So let's look at two things. So this is employee table, right?
Yes.
So I want to select from different tables. So let's say we want to take, I don't want to show everything, right? I don't want to show everything. I want to only select specific things.
Mm.
So I'll say from employee table. So what information do you want to see for the employee?
And we just say first name, last name.
Employee number.
Okay, so let's say we want to take what? Employee number, first name, email, and let's say job title.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
So what do I do now? Select what?
Select first name.
Select from start from
Here, star means what?
Everything.
many.
Do I want to select everything?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Select from.
Select. No, you call the column first.
Yes. So because I'm not selecting everything, then I'll say, okay, I don't want everything. No. What I only want is, what are the columns we agreed on?
Employee's number.
Employee
Last name,
number.
first name.
I'll take employee number. Employee what number?
Comma.
Comma, good.
Last name.
Last name, comma.
First
Email.
name.
First name, okay, first name. You see, when I'm typing the name, it really doesn't matter the case, isn't it? As long as the spelling is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not case sensitive. Email.
Email.
And what?
Job title.
Job title. So if I type job title like that, is how it's going to appear.
Yeah.
Please take notes. The last one, you do not put a comma there.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we said that. All right.
Yeah.
Where am I selecting it from?
From employee.
From where? From what? Employee. That I type employee, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or what?
Vani.employee.
Exactly. So have you seen it now? So have you seen it now? So this one I can now export whatever I want. Are you clear with this?
Yes.
Yes. But coach, when you run it, did you select from that select or it's just from this employee?
No, normally you just highlight everything now.
Okay.
You know, for example, if I come here now, right? I say run.
Okay. So she's employee.
You run here, we run everything for me that I want. So that way, just better highlight what you want and run.
Okay.
Better for you that way. Clear?
Clear.
Now let me now show you some other things now. You see this employee number?
Yes.
See that employee number? Maybe you don't want to call it employee number. What else do you want to call it? What other name can we call it?
Employee ID.
Employee what?
ID.
Employee ID. So what I can do, I say as employee ID.
Okay.
You see that now?
Okay.
But the original data remains.
Okay. The original data will
It
still
still
be there.
remains, yes.
It's not like we renamed it.
No, it's not renamed it. It just appear on this table for you like this.
Okay.
Another thing you can do, let's look at it. Another thing you can do is to say, okay, I don't want, so another way of, so this thing we have done is called alias. It's called alias. Have you heard of the word alias?
Yes, alias is there.
Yes. Now, another way to represent alias, so let's call another name. Which other name can we call it? Apart from employee ID, which other name can we call it? Okay, let's say employee ID. Last name, let's call it what? Surname, isn't it?
Surname. Yes.
Surname. Now watch you see in this case I called it what? As.
Yeah.
Last name I'm calling it what? Surname. So let's run and check. What did you notice?
Change to surname.
Which means in SQL, alias can be represented as what?
Space or something.
Either a space or you use what? As.
Yes.
Did you get that?
Okay. So, sorry, coach.
Yes.
Is we can use as a space or to rename as.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just assume this employee number here. Let's put as between it.
Employee number. Where is employee number?
This employee number here. Yes.
You want to put as where? Okay, I should remove the as here.
Yes.
It is still wrong.
If I remove as there now, let's run it.
It is still wrong.
So let me call it ID number.
Okay.
You see that? So the moment you put a space there, it's already interpreting it as what? An alias. It's very important. Very important.
If you don't want to use address, you put comma.
So instead of putting that as, we can just as well as press space.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Did we get this?
Yes, very clear.
Very clear. All right, let's continue. Now, sometimes we may say, okay, I've selected the specific this thing, right? Let's look at now. Okay, job title. Let's see job title. Job title. All right, job title. So how many job titles do we have there? Let's say we have. Okay, select all these ones, isn't it? From table, from employees. So remember again, the full this thing would have been vanity.employees. Is that not?
Yes.
This is what we would have done normally. So best practice, just always begin it like this so that you don't miss it out. Okay. But now I want to select where now there's a condition now. I don't want everything, but where specific thing. Where job title, where job what?
Title.
Job title is equal to what? Sales
Vice.
rep. Let's say sales rep. Can you see that? Where
Okay.
job title is sales rep. Why am I putting inverted commas here?
Variable character.
Because it's a
Yes,
string.
because it's what? A string, it's a text. So these are all my sales rep. Can you see that?
Okay.
That's my sales rep. Clear?
Clear.
So are we clear with that?
Yes.
I wanted to use that. Why I wanted to use that data that we imported, that one we created. Let me see. Because when we are creating it, sometimes when there are spaces in the column name, I wanted to show you how you can read it. Because sometimes that thing can also be very annoying. Because you just be getting errors. You wonder where is this error coming from? So I want to just check it. Anyone that we have done. Because one thing we mentioned that in Excel and SQL, it does not allow you to have space. So let me see sales data, right? Let me see sales data. What's the table in sales data now? Sale, no. Let's say Salesforce. Let me see Salesforce. We have sales, right? We have sales. See column. Let's see columns. State ID. So you see, for example, here you have other ID, other dates, right? So if I want to read this Salesforce now, I want to read this sales date table inside Salesforce. How do I read it now? How do I select it?
Select star from.
Select star from
Salesforce.
Sales what?
Force.
Dot.
Dot what?
Dot sales.
Dot sales, right?
Yeah.
So let's run that. So have we seen it?
Yes.
Now imagine I want to select order ID,
Okay.
order date, unit cost, price, and quantity. So how will I do that?
I'll select
order ID, comma.
Select order
ID.
Select order
ID.
right? Order ID. Order ID,
Comma.
Order
comma.
date.
Order date.
Order date,
Comma. Unit cost.
Unit cost.
Unit cost, comma.
Comma. Price.
Price.
Right.
Comma. Quantity. Quantity. Order quantity.
Quantity.
From.
Okay, from
Salesforce dot.
From Salesforce.
Dot sales.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So let's run.
Yes. Oh, wait.
So what's the error?
It's highlighting these are selected. Why?
So what's the problem?
The order.
The other date. The other date. There's a space between that order and date.
Yes. Order ID, order date, unit cost, and
There's a
order
space
quantity. Yes.
But did we not see space before? Was there no space in that column?
Select star.
It's maybe
Because
it's small letter. Let's take it in small letter because of the inbuilt.
Remember when we ran this now, was there no spaces there?
They were. But I think that's the main reason why you said we should be using underscore instead of space.
Yeah. So this one happened because I imported the data and imported the data with a space. But when you are creating the table, it will not even give you chance to put a space there. This one, the table was already created somewhere by somebody else. You just imported it. Remember how we import data now, isn't it?
Yes.
Now they have imported this table now. It now has spaces like this. So what do you do?
Okay.
You have to.
Or should you assign aliases to your own?
Even if I assign alias,
No, it won't work. That space will
this
still
one
be
is still reading the same thing now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can we do?
That
we
we have to
inverted commas like this, right?
Okay.
Or can we do it like this?
Yes,
can we do it like this?
Yeah, now we work.
So let's try.
Yes, it can work now.
It work now.
Okay. Okay.
What worked?
It didn't work.
It not work.
What did you see?
It's actually writing other ID for every.
So what you only
column.
succeeded in is just show me this thing as a string. That's all you are showing me. Show me as a string. Up to the point where I can see data there. That's all you are doing there. So the point here is that instead of you using this quotation mark here, whether double or single, you are using the one that is under your escape button.
Yes,
inverted
comma.
Inverted comma.
This mechanism sometimes can be annoying.
Is that?
This mechanism sometimes can be annoying.
Yes. Inverted comma. Now let's run. Did it work now?
Perfect.
Yeah.
See, as little as this thing can make a big difference. Now I don't want it to show me other space ID. What do I want to see? Other ID.
ID.
Do you see now? Other dates. Is it not? Let's say cost. And let's say what? Quantity. Now let's run. Now, do you see that? It is only now you can talk about what? The alias.
We learn every day.
Clear? Now you see, because this thing is very annoying, isn't it? Because you have been typing it every time like this. So if you don't want to type this thing every time, you know what you can do? So that I can be seeing this table every time. So what you can do, you have what they call a view. A what? A view. And a view is just like it's like a virtual table.
The first table.
You know, it's like what? A virtual what? Table. So what I can do, I will just say create view, create view. You know, the same way we create database, we create table, isn't it? We can also create what? A view. What do you want to call the view? What do you want to call the name?
Sales underscore view.
So let's call it what?
Sales underscore view.
Sales view. Okay, you want to call it sales view as what? What do I want to see it as? I want to see it. You see that? So create view This is view name, isn't it? As words, as that our syntax. Now let's run. Now, if I say select star from where? Now I want to see this table now. What do I now do? Select star from where?
Sales underscore view.
Sales underscore what? View.
View.
Yes. Can you see it? So that view is like a virtual table. It's not, they are just creating a table from like you are just viewing the table. So I don't have to go and be typing this one every time. I'll just say select star from sales view.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
On this create view that you just did now, if you want to use the alias as, will it still work?
So which alias do you want to talk about?
Like if you don't use this as select other ID like that, will it still work?
Okay, well, if I remove this as here, right?
Yes.
So let's say create sales underscore order. Let's say sales underscore something like this, right? And I want to run it. This is what you're asking now.
Yes.
So something like this, isn't it? So rather than, you know, when I was explaining it here, I said I can use a space as the alias, right? I think that's what you're asking.
I don't think this will run.
Yes. But I don't think I'm just asking if at all.
And that's what we are saying. That's what I'm showing.
Okay.
So which means, so you see where you can, where the as has to work.
Because we are picking it from, so that's
Yes. So that as has to be there. If it's just a column name, then the as may be there or not there. But if I'm creating a view, I must be specific. As what?
as select from
Yes.
Salesforce on the dot sales.
Are we clear?
Okay, but can you also create an empty view and then you link the tables?
Can you create what?
And can you just create this view name and then link tables
No,
together?
it must be from already existing table.
Yes.
No, you must first of all create an existing table before the view.
Okay.
So you cannot just create a view down and say, okay, now go and link it to this table. No. The table must already have been created.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Can we make progress?
Yes.
All right. Sometimes you may see that. So that is for view, isn't it? So, and when we're picking table and there are spaces, we have shown you how to use those inverted commas. Okay. But you see, sometimes the way the tables may appear may be too large, isn't it? It may be too what? Large. Let me see. This is our employee table. How large was it? Okay, let me see customers table. Okay, customer table is large. Okay, it's okay. Customer table is large. All right, so let's use this one. So let me just use, this thing. So create views. Create views. Is it not? Selecting columns with spaces. All right. So let me do this. So select star from. All right. So this is it. Now you see that this table may be quite large. So let's say I want to select. So see credit limit, isn't it? Credit limits. So credit limits. So let's say credit limits. So when they talk about credit limit, what does it mean? Credit limits.
Do not give credit more than that, Sabi.
More than, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So let us see now. Let's see those customers that have credit limits above, let's say below 10,000. Is that okay?
Yes.
Credit limit below what?
10,000.
10,000. Okay. So how do we do that?
Select from. Select from credit limits. Where
No, I think you have to call the table name, then the credit limit.
is this table name up now? Have it?
Credit limit is a column.
Yes.
Where
So-
credit limit is less than
it's not.
10,000.
Where credit limit is less than what?
10,000.
Like this.
Yes.
All right.
Let's
Let's
try.
try. Bam.
Ooh.
So
So
what's the problem?
I didn't get a question. I didn't get a question. This is easy to get.
Look at that. We want to get customers who have credit limit below 10,000. So they are saying, show me customers. Which of our customers have credit limit below 10,000?
Okay.
That's what we want to get. So show me the customers with credit limit below 10,000.
So select from the table. The table name.
So what's the table name?
I think this should be sales as first.
So you see, this select is select the column name. From where? From the table. You get that?
Yeah.
What's the table name?
Okay.
Banning customers, right? So I want to select credit. But now, if I run it like this, will this work? Will this work? Do you expect this one to work?
Yes, it worked.
Yes.
Yeah, it should work, isn't it?
Okay.
But now, who are these customers?
There's no name.
No name. So why is there no name?
Because we didn't select name.
You know what? Select the word name. So what do I need to do?
Select. Okay.
Select who?
Select customer name.
Select customer name.
Comma. Yeah.
What again do you want?
Maybe ID or customer ID because of maybe name, maybe multiple.
Yeah.
Customer what?
ID.
Customer number. Customer name. Yes, what again?
And their phone number. Phone number, yeah.
The phone number.
Yes. So,
Any other thing? Okay, let's leave that. So now we are now specific.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those ones are 0. So let's increase it to about, let's increase it less than
41 before.
Yeah.
It was 41 before, now it's 43.
Yeah, it has filtered.
Okay, maybe some people doesn't have that name or
yeah.
Yeah.
Credit limit are more than.
So let's say customers, okay, let's say below 20,000. So can you see them? Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. So is this clear?
Yes, it's clear. It's very clear. Yeah.
Okay. Now sometimes, as you say, okay, let me see my how will I put it now? You know, for example, like if you're dealing with maybe Excel or Power BI, you would have said, I think they call it top N, Abi. Is it top N?
Yes.
Top N. Okay. But you see, sometimes in a databases, you may want to also do that. Okay, you may want to also do that, but it depends on your syntax. So, like some cases, okay, let me run this again. So that we'll see it in full. Now, but instead of doing this, right, I want to say, okay, show me, let's say, limits by 3. Limit by 3, what do you think is doing? Limit by 3. Show me what? So let's look at the first one we ran. Look at the first one we ran, isn't it? Limit 3. What does it limit 3 mean? Watch. Can you see?
Yes,
1, 2, 3.
Pick on the 3 rows.
Can you see that?
Picking just 3 rows.
Yes. So it's showing you first 3 rows only, right? So if I say limit by, let's say, 10. So it means what? Show me what?
First 10 rows.
First 10 rows. But there are some, they'll call it top.
Top.
So let's see top. You see, top though is not recognized in my SQL. But if you go to Microsoft SQL Server, if you use top, you will see it will work.
How about maximum, sir?
Yeah?
How about maximum? Max.
No, we'll come to all those ones. Okay. I just want to show you that there are some these things that you need to understand. So when you talk about show me the top 10 rules or top 10 rules. Yes. If I say show me bottom, I don't think is there bottom here? No, I think it is Microsoft SQL Server. You can do this one, top and bottom. But here they call it what? Limits.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to fetch maybe the first 10 rules, okay, then you can use what? The limits. So do you understand what this limit is doing?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we are going to now look for a way how we are going to work around it to make it to show me top 10. So I'll be building it gradually, okay?
Yeah.
So you understand what limit does, isn't it?
Yes.
So that limit does what for you?
Select the number of rows specified.
Yes. select the number of rows. Let's say limited number of rows. So we use what? Limits. Okay, you use what? Limits. Sometimes, if that is the case, right? If that is the case, then I can also, let's come back here so that we see everything. So this is our full data, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. That's our full data. Let me see. Okay. All right. Now let's look at this now. So we have seen the full data, right? We have seen the full data. Now let us check. If you want to see, I want to arrange this table now, right? I want to arrange this table. I want to arrange it in a particular order. I want to arrange in a particular order. It's just the same way I say when you arrange in a particular order, either ascending or descending order, what are you doing?
You are sorting.
You are sorting, isn't it?
Yes.
You are sorting. In Excel, you call it what? Sorting. So to sort in SQL, so to sort, what you are now going to now say, we now call it what? Order by. So what do you want to order by? Arrange it by what now? Let's say customer number. Let's say customer number. Arrange by customer number. Now let's see. What do we think is the problem here? Did it work?
Yes.
All right. So anytime you see this X, it doesn't mean that there's always an error. Sometimes because I did not close this command here, you see that syntax there. So that's why it was giving me that star there. So now what have we done? We have arranged it by what? Customer what number. So if I want to arrange it by customer what name, that means I want to arrange it in alphabetical order, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I'll say order by. Can you see that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you know when you're arranging it, it's either in ascending or descending, isn't it? Which one is
Yes.
ascending order? Which one is descending order?
Ascending is from top to bottom.
Ascending is what?
From top to
From the
bottom.
smallest to the highest.
Yeah.
From where?
Smallest
Is it A to Z or Z to A?
A to Z is ascending.
A to Z.
So sort. So A to Z is what?
Ascending.
Z to A is what?
Descending.
Yes.
So by default, what we have done is what?
Ascending.
That is DS. Yes.
So it means I can also say descending. You see that? Descending. Can you see that now?
The ascending is by default.
By
But
default, yes.
descending-
Or alternatively, I
descending
can say ascending. You see that?
Yes,
And not specified ascending, or if I remove it, it will still be the same thing. So by default, it is in ascending order. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Clear?
Clear.
All right. Now let's go back to that our credit limits. Let's go back to that our credit limits. Remember what we have done here, isn't it? So I want to get top what now? Our highest
Top.
credit limit, top 10 highest limit. What are we going to do now?
Order by credit limits in
Beautiful.
DSP.
So I'm going to what? Select what? This by credit limit, you know, from customer, is it not? Where what? Am I using where?
No.
No, okay. So what am I going to do?
Order by
Order by, beautiful. Order by what?
credit limit in DS.
By credit what? Limit. Is it bottom or top I want?
Top.
Top.
Ascending or descending?
Ascending.
Ascending. So I will leave it like that, isn't it? Or I can specify. Isn't it? Then I say limit it by what?
Limit by 10.
Like this. This one showed me what?
0, 0, 0. Those that are not getting
So
credit.
it means that it's supposed to be in what?
DSC.
I think. Okay.
It's supposed to be in what?
DSC.
Descending.
Sorry, coach. If we still input that where, are we going to still get it?
Which where?
The one we deleted. And we still
didn't
input
put
this
any-
other. No.
didn't put any-
The one we deleted.
Okay, we said where.
Yes, you can still get it in some certain conditions.
This one here, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, what do you want to
Order
now tell
by.
me? So you want to now order by,
Yes.
Yeah.
is it not? Okay,
Yes.
let's
By
do
customer.
You still
order
get
by what now?
credit limit in DSC.
Credit limits. So you want it in what? Ascending or descending order?
In this case, it will still display that 0, 0.
Let's use descending.
Descending order, okay. So descending means from what? The last to the top, yeah. So highest to smallest, okay.
Okay.
Then what again?
Limit by 10.
Limit by 10.
Okay. Limit by what? 10. Like this, right?
Yes.
Did it work?
Yes, it worked.
So as long as you can think, you see how we are building it gradually. It's for you to just understand the concept. It's not about cramming the syntax. It's just understanding how they work. So once you understand how they work, you can just pull all the syntax together, then now start putting them together and start reading them. Okay, I now understand what this line is saying, what this line is saying, what this line is saying, what this line is saying. So anywhere you go now, once you just look at any syntax now, you should be able to interpret each line by line to understand what they are saying. Okay, so you understand the difference now, right?
Yeah.
So let's do it again. So I'll say select what now? Let's say, so let's take that. So what do we do? Order by what? Isn't it? Limit by what? Now this one is specific. This where is now specific, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is what? To sort. This is what? Top 10. This is like saying what? Top what? 10 items. Show top 10 items. Okay. Sometimes we call it top N. Top N. That N means what?
Unlimited.
Anyone, isn't it? The same way, if I have done it the other way, so if I want to do bottom, show bottom N items, how will we do that? Show bottom.
Now we order by the ASC top limit to 10.
Is that?
Now we order by the credit limit with ASC, that is ascending order and limit to 10.
In ascending order, exactly. So if I now say show by, so now you say in ascending order, then I run it. Can you see that? So this is top 10, this is what? Bottom N. Clear?
Clear.
Good. Now we have seen sometimes we may want to. Well, let's see something like, is it product? Do we have product table here? Do we have product name here? Let's see. Where are those our tables that we ran before? Yes, so we have others, right? So let me run this. We don't have much here. Let's see here. Let's run this here. Okay, let's say status, right? Let's say status. I want to know the unique status here. Unique status. You know, if you look at the ship, disturbed, is it disputed? Is it, what do you call here? Disputed. Okay, disputed in process. Right? So I want to know what they have there, the different types they have there. Isn't it? The different types that they have there.
Okay.
Different types. Okay. Now, what I can do, so here, let's say I want to select by what now? So what do you want to select now? Okay, just get the point. I want to just get this status only.
Okay.
So let's start with from.
I would think we are not this Salesforce table.
Which table is this?
Salesforce.
No, now. This is the same, what they call it now.
Okay.
Transaction, these other details, right? Sorry. Others. This is others table now.
Okay.
Okay, so select what now?
Select
status from.
Status from Vinny manufacturing.
Others.
Is it not?
Yeah. Sorry, coach, but this status is showing blue. Okay, try.
Yes, that blue means that what? Automatically, that is a keyword in SQL.
Yes.
But just by chance, they also call it status here. Okay. So what has it done? It has shown me that column. You only selected one column, isn't it, for me?
Yeah.
But what do I want to see? I want to see the distinct, the unique data type there, the unique data there, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, show the unique or distinct data. Okay, so there's a keyword called what? Distinct.
Distinct. You've already got it.
Distinct. Okay, so if I run that, can you see now?
Okay. We have 5.
Yeah. So it's showing what? Distinct. So that if I want to now know, okay, what are the distinct types we have here? Okay, now it makes sense. Okay. So are we clear with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, you know, sometimes, let's see, how many this thing do we have here? Let's say select star from, where's my, okay, let me copy out that. So let's run it again and see it. So we have shipped, we have resolved, we have cancelled, we have on hold, we have disputed, we have in process, isn't it?
Yes.
So let's assume now I want to pick.
Sorry, coach.
Yes.
You know, we have 5 unique what's it called there now. So is there any formula we can use to know each number? Maybe shift is 15,
We are coming now. Calm down. We are getting there.
Okay.
I want to break all of them one by one so that when I'm pulling them together ahead, you can understand what we are doing. If I just go there and do, you can do it straight, that's not a problem. But you need to understand each line, what we are doing. Okay, that one I'm building it up. Now you are seeing it, isn't it? There are questions that are not coming. And you just know what we are doing. You know what you're doing in the Excel. You know what you're doing in Excel. In your pivot table.
Yes.
You know, when we are doing our analysis, that's exactly where we are going to with this. All those things you are doing in your pivot table, isn't it?
Okay.
That's what we are trying to achieve here. Okay, so just what? Be calming down. We'll get there. Okay. All right. So let's say we want to pick shipped and let's say disputed. Let's say we want to pick disputed. Okay, let's pick disputed. Let's see disputed. So how do we pick disputed?
Where ship mode is equal to disputed.
Yeah, so for example, now I will now say select what? Let me take the name here first. So I want to select the order number. Order dates. What again? Ship dates.
Requested
okay, let's
date.
Require, is it required dates? Is it how required or requested date? Required dates.
Required date.
Shipped dates. And what? Status. Isn't it? From where?
Venue manufacturer.orders.
All right. So let's run that. So let me put that syntax there and let's run. So all this one is what?
This with
This is what? This one just showed us, you just selected the whole column now, isn't it?
Yeah, from that.
This specific column. But what are we looking for?
Ship.
Disputed.
Disputed, isn't it? So what do we do?
Where
what?
Status.
Yes.
Where what?
Status equals to disputed.
That is
Equals to what?
invited, comma, and disputed.
Can you see that?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
The reason why you put this inverted comma this type is because it's a string, right?
It's a string specifically, yes, it's a string.
Specifically.
Or if it's numbers, you do not carry it.
Exactly. Now you're saying it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So these are what? Disputed. Okay. Now, assuming now there are more than one. Let's say we are looking for disputed and which other one now? Which
in
other
progress.
One? In progress. So what do we do?
Where status like disputed.
Yeah?
Where status like disputed or something like that.
Some people have left us, so they're in another class. Like, so it means I'm looking for what? Disputed and what?
In process.
In process, okay. So I'll now say and what?
Where status.
And status. You see, I'm not going to use two where clauses now, you know.
Okay.
And status equals to what?
In process.
In process.
In process. What happened?
There's a space. Maybe we'll use escape.
Why did it not give us results?
Maybe because of the the space between in process or something.
Let's think about it. Why did he not give us a result? If we go back to the original table, let's go back to the original table and look at it again. Look at this table now. What did you notice?
In process. Space. Capital letter.
Did you have any column where you had disputed and in process in the same column?
No.
Is it possible?
No.
So rather, what do we have? Or. Did it work now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
English, you this English
Exactly.
strong.
You know, I say SQL is like English language. You believe me now? It is your understanding of what you want to achieve that will make you know how to do your queries. Okay? Are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
So if I am just in a single column, I cannot be using and because it's just in a single column. But if I'm now using two columns, I want this column and this condition, the two of them must meet. Then I can use what? The and. So let's go. So do you understand why we cannot use and here, but we are using or?
Like you take it again. Let me take it.
Okay.
And works with
look at this table now.
Yes.
Did you have disputed and in process in one column?
No.
Is it not? This one is for this guy. This one is for this guy. Is it not?
Yes.
But if I was looking for a particular customer now that has what now? Disputed, is it not? And in process, then I can now check. Do we have such person there?
Okay.
Do you get? So I'm looking for a particular customer.
Sorry, coach.
Yes.
Yes. For example, now here we are using two status. For if we want to do now, maybe you want to check a particular date.
A particular what?
Status is now where status equals dispute, and the second status will be maybe a particular date, a required date equals this particular date.
Okay, hey, say that again. And what do you want to say?
Where status equals dispute, fine. And this status will now be required date equals 2004 05.25.
Okay,
like
the
that.
particular date.
Yes.
So and let's say and what?
Required date.
Okay, required date.
Yes. Yes, required date. Yes.
Let's say required date equals to what?
Equals 2005 /04 025.
Like this, right?
Yeah, let's use 25 because there's 25 here.
There's 25.
Okay, let's just use this. Yes.
Let's use this one so that we can see what we are saying, is it not?
Yes. No,
which means
the first one that we ran, what did we have?
Yes, there's actually 25 in that date.
Okay, there was 25 there.
Yes. Okay.
You can see that. So the two columns now, the two conditions, did they meet?
Yes.
This column disputed. This column, did the two conditions meet?
Yes.
Yes, then that's it. Okay, let's go back to these orders and check. I don't know, is this clear?
Yes.
All right. I'm looking for the one with numbers so that let us see. Okay, let's say order details. Okay, let's say order details. Beautiful. Let's say order details. Good. Order details. So let me copy that out. So here, let's say I want to select where order number, let's say the price. So let's say I want to select the quantity order, isn't it?
Yes.
Order quantity order greater than what? 30. Price below 100.
Okay.
Do you get that?
Yes.
So let's do that. So what are we going to do? So
Select
yes, select.
order quantity.
Okay.
Quantity order. Sorry.
Okay, quantity order. But you remember that the first thing you must have the name of the column where you want to be reading it, isn't it? So which name do we want there first? That should be the order number now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that we can read it clearly. Okay, so yes, order number, yes.
Product code or something.
Quantity order.
Yes, we cannot talk about what? Quantity ordered.
order.
Yes, quantity ordered. And price in each.
Yeah.
Or you can just say it as price.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I can say what? Ordered. Or let's say order.
Yes.
So you understand this one, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. From where?
From vein manufacturing dots.
You say from where? Yes.
Vein manufacturing order details.
All right. So let's check. What was the error there? Select. What was the error here? We go back.
The order, this order we did.
So what was the problem? So select order number. Select what? Quantity ordered. And price each. From where? So what's the error telling us?
I think that order too is in blue. What's it called? Color.
There's no comma there. There's no comma after.
No, there's no need for comma.
No, it doesn't, because it's not alias.
Okay, as order. Okay, as an alias. Okay.
No, but even at that, it should still not give us
wrong
an issue.
because as
Yeah, so let's see what's giving us the problem.
Select order number, quantity ordered as ordered, price each as price.
First of all, confirm that this is from this table, isn't it?
This is supposed to run. Check the table. This
is the table, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we copy this one, isn't it, from here. Just to be confirmed that this is the table, isn't it? So select
order number. Quantity ordered.
Quantity ordered, and be careful of the spelling, though, because once you miss spelling, that's over.
Yeah. I think the spellings are okay. As order.
From.
I think it's supposed to run.
Yeah, it's expected to run, Abi.
No, it's supposed to run.
So this one that the enemies are at work, they don't want us to run. So from line 1, isn't it? So what did you say? Error 1065. So you see, sometimes when this thing happens like this, okay, you don't know what it is. Just copy this code. Can you see this? Copy this code like this. Or response. Just carry it to Google. Go and dump it there. Okay. But let's look at it again. So select, is it not? Let me look at it again. Was it this table? No. But this one, is it not? Other details. All right, let's try. So what I can now do, I can say, okay, let me see, select other number. Other number. From where?
From very manufacturing.
Did this one run? Yes, it ran, isn't it? So I know there's no problem with this one. Isn't it? I will go to the next one. Quantity ordered. And check. Did it run?
Yeah.
It ran, isn't it? Oh, yeah, good. What's the next one?
Price each.
Price each. Did this one run?
Yes.
Okay, good. So if this one runs, so let's now see. As what now? Order. So this is where the problem is coming from.
I think that order is.
Yes.
Ordered.
Ordered. And here we have price.
But sorry, but it worked for status the other time. So why is it not working for that?
So I think that's where the problem is coming from. So do you see how I was able to diagnose where the problem is coming from?
Yes.
So you just start it gradually. Okay, let me go back to what I already knew. Then I start building from there. Okay, now I've seen it has worked. So what do I want to now check? I want to check a situation where what? My what? Now when yes. Now please take note, when you are using your where clause, right? You cannot refer to the alias.
Yes.
Okay.
Or the original column.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
Very important, because otherwise you will cry. Because you say, but I called it ordered. No, it doesn't understand ordered. The original table only understands this. So where the ordered quantity is greater than what? What do we say? Or less than 30? Is it or and we are using?
And
what?
Price.
And price is what?
Greater than.
Greater than what?
100.
If I want to use greater than or equal to. So can we run now?
Yes, it will run.
Enemies have come. So why is there an error there?
Hey, we use price, do not. It's price each.
Price what?
Price each. You're able to detect this in fast.
Good. Have you seen it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, when I told you guys, the more errors you have, you should be happy.
Yes.
Now you're seeing it. Because once you have made that error, okay, now you're exposed. Okay, this is what I should now be careful about. But if we are running it and you're just getting results, we think that that's how it is. But when you're left on your own, you now say, how? And that's
you'll be sweating.
Yeah?
You'll be sweating.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. So these are the basic things. So tomorrow we shall continue from here, because let us go and practice these ones we have done, because tomorrow we are going to take off.
I guess tomorrow is going to be the last SQL class.
It depends. It depends on how fast we are catching.
So another SQL is quite
don't cover all the necessary things tomorrow. then we have to extend it to next week Saturday.
So after SQL now, is it Python or Power BI?
I think it should be Python next. Then after Python, Power BI. Then we'll now integrate everything inside Power BI.
Wow. I can't miss that. I can't wait. I can't wait to start.
Coach, when I was submitting our assignment too.
Which assignment? Project you have long overdue. But I hope we have all done it too.
Is it gonna be graded? Because I'm not
without it, you see, without your Excel project, SQL we have projects, Python we have projects, Power BI we have projects. If you don't see them complete, you have not graduated. Carry over.
Oh God! But I have too much work. I have too much work. That is one of the things. I'll try.
All right, please try. Make sure what we did today, practice it too.
Yes, sir.
Because when we are doing it, looks very easy. When you're on your own,
I'll beg Mr. Ken to upload on time.
Yeah. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
We have not heard from you today. Did you follow us today?
Yes, sir.
You followed, Abi? Where is
Yes,
Chris?
sir.
Chris has disappeared. Okay, please try and practice what we have done today.